To all the Cyclopses that are in the building, Earth, Wind, Fire, Spirit, those are the members. Become a member. And the subscribers. Also, Teenage Mobile Counseling. Teenage Mobile Counseling. For those who cannot talk to your teenager, that teenager has become strange to you, come and talk to Teenage Mobile Counseling. Send me an email at dalekbrereton@gmail.com and I'll get them in touch with you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Listen, I came here to talk really quickly about Kyrie's new bag. That's right, Kyrie Irving has got a new bag. And I'm very happy for him. I think he made a very good decision, but let's break that decision down. He is now the head of, I think he's called the chief of creative development with a sporting apparel company from China called Anta Sports Apparel. Anta Sports. Anta Sports Apparel is one of the biggest clothing manufacturers in China and the East. They actually acquired Fila. They actually also acquired Fila. Remember Fila from back in the day. And they have now caused Kyrie to be their new ambassador. He joins Klay Thompson, who has a signature shoe line. I believe Kevin Garnett was historical. Louis Scola when he was playing, and Tyson Chandler. So Kyrie is not new to the NBA roster of this particular organization. But what is new is he is in control of all of the designing of the shoes. So he will have 100% say in what all the shoes look like and in the design capacity of the shoe. Not only that, but Kyrie has started to eat into the market share of Nike. Not only that, is that Kyrie will be able to recruit other players over to Anta. Anta, I was trying to take a look and see, what was the economic or financial dexterity of the company. Their stock sells for about $81 a share. Not bad at all. I believe they're trading on all the major markets. So it might be a stock to watch. It might be a stock to watch. You probably already lost your little blip if you would have found out about this earlier. However, you might still be able to jump on the bandwagon for those who are individuals who buy stock. It might not be a buy and hold, but it's definitely something that you might want to, maybe drop $1,000 on and see what happens. Maybe Kyrie will double that stock. Maybe he'll do better. So $81 a share right now, kind of steep, but $81 a share right now is where it's sitting at. And let's see what happens. But let me see. Grand rising to you too. Check for those who check for you. I like that. Check for those who check for you. I believe in that very strongly, my brother. Listen, when you have these young black bulls, that's my boy Cameron Stokes, he says that, these young black bulls, that's a Philly thing, that are expanding themselves past the point of being an objectified temporary object of a greater machine. It bodes well. The one thing that I was disappointed about is that Kyrie did not go with a black manufacturer, and I'm sorry, but for those who feel like us black folks make everything a black thing, it needs to be said, because we don't have one. We don't have a major black manufacturer. Miss Ann, how are you? Bless you. Oh, the way out there in LA. And Miss Ann's waking up in California, man. Miss Ann be waking up early to come on the spiel. Thank you very much for coming. But all the way out in California. But we don't have a major black manufacturer who is going out here and diving into these sports apparel market share. And it's crazy. Just like Michael Jordan was the only black majority shareholder of an NBA team until he got, it's a whole different story what's going on with Michael. It's a whole different story. But he's not anymore. He sold his shares off. There's a lot of conflicting stories as to why, whether or not he was gambling. Apparently he was part of the contingent that shorted GameStop, and he lost his shirt on that. So anyway, and he had to sell his team to sell that to pay off that scenario. That's what I heard. Don't know if it's true. It's a shame because we need representation in areas that we are extremely active in, especially those areas. Like so, the fact that Kyrie Irving is with Anta and took that time, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that first and foremost that he has shares. So he has shares. It wasn't just part of getting paid U.S. dollars, but he actually holds shares in the company. I love the fact that he has the capacity to create, because that was one of his issues with Nike. He didn't like what they were creating for his shoe. And even before the scandal, so-called scandal, where people are still writing that he refused to apologize about reposting an anti-Semitic movie. That's what I hate the media, because that's the narrative they keep pushing. First of all, he apologized multiple times, which I didn't agree that he needed to. Second of all, I think they forced him to apologize at least 3 times. And second of all, there was nothing anti-Semitic about reposting anything. We're going to rehash a whole bunch of stuff, but what I do love is that he has the power to control what he decides to be his expression while he's playing, and it's so wonderful to do that. It's great, and it's great for our young generation that is so addicted to these major brands that have a monopoly, if not in the market only, but they have a monopoly on their minds. They have a monopoly on how they see what they see as the only things to wear. You think 5 years ago you can give a kid a pair of Antas for Christmas? Here you go, son. Here's some Antas. Antas, what are those? That's all you would have gotten. But now you got young kids thinking, I don't have to wear Nike. I don't have to wear Reebok, or they don't do Reebok no more. I don't have to wear Under Armour. I don't have to wear Adidas. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to wear Jordans. I can create my own brand. I can self-actualize. I don't have to be part of the matrix. And this is what Kyrie has done for us. He has broken the mold, and he's not the first. He's absolutely not the first. I remember LA Gear. Okay. Clyde Drexler, he even had his own brand. It never really went anywhere, but he didn't jump on the Converse and everything. He had his own brand too. So some guys have tried this before. No, don't get me wrong. And my main man LeVar Ball, Baller brand, right? Which some of you black people, you should be embarrassed that you didn't support him. Embarrassed that you didn't support that man, LeVar Ball, the father of the year every year. I love him. I think he's I think he's a treasure, personally. Miss Ann, thank you very much for waking up. What do I look up for this investment? Oh, for this investment, go Google Anta, Anta, Anta Sports. Anta Sports, and look at their website and look at investment. When you go into investment, you will see their share price. And once you do that, Miss Ann, and you go down to your hopefully your professional finance advisor, right? Because regardless of what I know, I have an undergrad in finance. Lord have mercy, that was a pothole that went straight to China. Regardless of what I know, do not take financial advice from a guy on YouTube. Okay? Don't take financial advice from a guy on YouTube. Go see your professional financial advisor. Examine the stock. Examine its 365 years. I think it was at 78 as a low. 81 is now its high. Has it passed the bubble? Figure out who is also the chief trader of that company. Who look into his background. Look into its retained earnings. Do your research. However, if you're looking to gamble some money, take 10% of your portfolio, 10% maximum, because you can always gamble that 10%. and throw it into some Anta, right? Don't be pulling yourself out of blue chips though. Don't be putting your retirement all in Anta. Don't do that. Didn't say to do that. But you never know what Kyrie can do. And if Kyrie can pull in another major basketball player into there, then Anta might have some traction. You know what I'm saying? But I've looked at some of their shoes. I didn't like them. I'm gonna say straight. I didn't like them. So Kyrie definitely did the right thing about becoming the creative mind behind the shoe itself. And it right now, that brand is being carried on the back of Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson. So as they popularize the brand, so shall the brand go. And so you have to speak to their longevity. What is their longevity in order to continue to propagate this brand? What is the market share of Anta in Asia? What is their percentage of market share in the sports apparel area in Asia? All these things look into before you take your money out. But I always tell them, when I was a financial advisor, because I was, but I am not a financial advisor now, nor am I licensed, and you don't take financial advice from a guy on YouTube. So what I told them is that you can listen to me, but if you do your money, you want to gamble your money into something, because it's not about gambling, it's about investment. Only go past, don't ever go past 10% of your portfolio. 10% of your portfolio, yeah, you can play with it yourself, but the rest of that, make sure you got a professional giving you some guidance. Pray on it, and get second opinions as much as possible. That's what I can say about that. So please, please, please be careful with your money, even if Kyrie is backing it. Kyrie got millions of dollars. Okay, Kyrie can afford to make mistakes. Some of us cannot. So I'm very optimistic though that there's a new trend happening. And so many times with these kinds of trends, it's not the first guy to the market that always gets the shine, right? But I do believe what's coming around the pike is a sports apparel brand that is not US based, that's going to take over the market. Now, this is the other part that has to happen. Anta has to be determined, and this is what Nike does so well, is to spend money on giving their players face time. So meaning they're going to have to spend money on marketing, making commercials, pushing it out there, spending millions of dollars, putting these things on the Super Bowl, making sure they have commercials that happen during NBA games, playoff games, making sure that they have a grassroots scenario, so that Kyrie is able to do a camp with the Anta brand. He's doing that too. So he's making sure he's building from the grassroots up, which is very smart, right? Because what you do now is you start indoctrinating a young generation about a shoe brand, so that when they get older, they're used to wearing it. It's familiar to them. When they get new money, their money now starts buying potentially Anta, and you start infringing. But you're going to need a major guy to wear those shoes, right? The Michael Jordan effect, the LeBron James effect. You need a major guy to be dissatisfied and to wear those shoes, which requires, again, a major investment. Nike has the money to buy people out of the market, and what Nike has been doing over the course of the last, I guess, decade or so, is they're not paying anybody other than the major guys. The majors are the ones making money, right? After those guys fall off, like they'll invest at the beginning. They'll say, this guy might be a big thing. Let's put our bet here. They did that with Andrew Wiggins. They did that with LeBron. They did Jordan Brand did that with Zion. But then the risk now is lifestyle, right? So, Ja Morant. Kyrie Irving. Yay. They're worried about these American athletes and entertainers disenfranchising them from their other major market, which is simply white conservatives, right? White conservatives buy a whole lot of stuff. Good morning, Yvonne. White conservatives buy a whole lot of stuff. Good old Christians buying their children, you know, Nike shoes, Jordan shoes. Oh, I don't appreciate. And Adidas. I don't appreciate that. I'm not gonna support that. We're not buying them anymore. You know, and then you've got the conservatives with money who say, hey, I'm not putting my money there. I'm pulling my money out of there. Right? So you have all that. You put all that out there. And then you have, of course, your powerful Jewish community that says, well, you know what? If you don't pull out, we're going to find a way to break your bank. We're going to find a way. We're going to charge you more for loans. We're going to do something. But you're not going to let somebody disrespect our community and us not financially penalize you. And some companies fall to that too. So there's a lot to be said about translating a major brand, a smaller unknown brand or a strong unknown brand into a major brand that is known. There's a lot to be said about that. And so Kyrie Irving is launching out into that particular area. Now, let me do my best Dr. Umar Johnson impersonation and go here. Why are you giving all that money to the Asian community? Why are you not finding a way, Kyrie, to build an infrastructure amongst the black community and build with them? Why didn't you go and outsource simply a manufacturing deal that would have allowed maybe an African manufacturer, although Africa takes a lot of their stuff from China. But of course, manufacturing is about making something that is quality at a very low price, which is why everyone goes to China. Why didn't you just use them as a manufacturer for your own brand? If you're already have creative power, why didn't you just use them as a manufacturer for your own brand? Why didn't you collaborate with a black-owned corporation, take them into a higher distribution chain, and now create something that is black-owned? Why didn't you have that level of foresight? The questions we can't answer, and I didn't pose them as criticisms. I posed them as questions, because with somebody with Kyrie's means, with his financial means, everything I said is extremely possible. The key and the missing link is, does he have the know-how? Which is why a partnership with a currently operating black manufacturer might have allowed him to have the R&D, the research and development, the know-how to maybe take something bigger. And then last but not least, once I have a name like that, Kyrie Irving, why wouldn't I just want a brand to be Kyrie Irving? You understand? Anta is still, it still belongs to the Chinese. It's still Chinese based. And the relationship that China and black people have historically is not good. And that offends certain Chinese individuals. I'm not trying to, but there isn't a historical great relationship between the black community and China anywhere, on any level. Sorry, there just isn't. When black people work for Chinese people, which is few and far between, they are historically dehumanized. When black people live in mainland China and crisis happens, they are historically mistreated. And I don't know what kind of deal Kyrie has made with them. I don't know what kind of situation he's made. Maybe the money is so much that it just cannot be, you just cannot say no. I have not seen anything about how much money is actually involved in this deal. I've been looking and looking. If somebody can see that and comment after this video, please let me know. But I never saw how much he actually signed for. I just heard from multiple sources, Yahoo Sports specifically said it's a 5-year deal. Now, if this is a 5-year deal, again, I'm extremely concerned, because that's too short a period of time to really captivate a market. 5 years of, you have to have some really strong R&D in 5 years to like research and development and marketing, to change a company in 5 years, right? To change, the entire market and a company to be what you need it to be in 5 years. So in 5 years, and it's good for them, it's good for Anta to say, hey, we're not going to give this guy too long to do this, because he might poop the bed. But hopefully the relationship lasts longer than 5 years. Maybe it's 5 years because Kyrie only wanted it to be 5 years. Kanye went through the same thing. Yeah. So Kanye, the difference with Kanye, from my understanding, is that Kanye always maintained ownership, and Adidas was just a distributor. He always controlled the name. He never sold the Yeezy name. It's still his. He just allowed them to license it for the purposes of distribution, which was absolutely fantastic. And he actually, I think, had the capacity to get a lot of merchandise via the manufacturer. I still believe that's the best way to go. Like, I still believe you being the manufacturer, and allowing an organization to be a distributor, I think it's the best way to go. I honestly believe that. Like, Kyrie having a manufacturing scenario for the Kyrie brand, period, and then contacting Walmart and JCPenney and all these other organizations saying, listen, you guys put these in your stores, similar, to what Shaq did with Shaq's, although Shaq's was a low economic brand. It wasn't meant to be a high ticket item. But Kyrie, in what I read again, is trying to do mid-level and high fashion stuff with Anta. Again, changing the mind of the American to seeing something new as valuable. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard to tell a teenager, or hard to tell any youth. Anta shoe, Nike shoe, exact same color, exact same make, exact same everything. Buy this one. Don't buy the Nike. It's hard to tell a woman who says, I need red bottoms, I need Jimmy shoes, or I need this kind of purse. Well, how about this purse? The Anta purse. What the hell? That's not a Birkin bag. Baby, it's the same thing, made of the same material. It's got the same design. It's got the same look. It's going to be hard. And that conversion of Anta into value in our minds is hard. But if you say Kyrie fashion, oh, Kyrie's doing fashion now. Really? Yeah, Kyrie got a whole runway line. The Kyrie summer collection. Oh, let's see what that is. He's got models. That's different. Me personally, I'm going to gamble on, I'm a gamble on myself. I'm a bet on myself, Fred Van Fleet. I'm a bet on myself. We have too many black men betting on other ethnicities, nations, to help us become wealthy. And what happens when Kyrie dies? The money stream in the black community dries up, and they now have gained from his name, right? His ambassadorship. And that thing is now theirs, doing their own thing, unless they continue to repeat the process, right? So my opinion is that it's still better for guys with such significant cachet, gravitas, to be able to say, bet on myself, I'm going to put this in my name. God said to Abraham, I will make your name great. He didn't say I'm gonna make you rich. I'm gonna make you comfortable. He didn't just say that to Abraham. He says, I will make your name great. If God put that as an impetus on what would make a man known, right? Two things he said to Abraham: I'll make your name great, and you will have seed like the stars of heaven, like the sand of the seas. Those are the two blessings God promised Abraham. He didn't promise him riches, you know that. He didn't say, I'm gonna make you a billionaire. He says, I'm gonna make your name great, and I will make sure that your seed is like the stars of heaven and the sands of the sea. right? I'll make sure that you are the ancestor of many. And so ancestry and name are connected. Being Kyrie Irving, name. Being a black man, ancestry, connected. I will make those things great. Why are we continually trying to make other people's names great, other people's ancestry great? This is my issue, right? So wonderful that Kyrie has broken the masses chains, and the Nike plantation has received a blow to the temple, but Kyrie's now sat down with another type of colonizer. He has taken a control position. He's definitely not a boy there. He's a master there. He's a boss. But it's still a little distant from the coffers of the black community for me. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a little bit distant. And it is not criticism. It is an observation. I do not know how much Chinese yen money that brother was thrown at. I don't know how much shares they gave him. I don't know how much pull they gave him with the People's Republic of China. I don't know what they did to offer him all that Asian influence and power and wealth. I don't know what they did. I don't know what they gave him. And nobody else seems to know either. But I do know it's a long way away from the coffers of the black community in North America or Africa or anywhere else. That's all I know. Right? Now, what I would love to see, Kyrie, is that you give me a call, because if you're hiring, I'll take the call. I'll take the call. Are you going to bring in a staff of black executives? Kyrie Irving! Are you going to bring in I told you I'm doing my best Dr. Umar impersonation. Are you going to bring in some black executives so that even if it's Chinese on the door, it's black on the inside? Come on, Kyrie. You the boss man now, baby. Are you going to bring in not just black players to be ambassadors, but are you going to bring in an infrastructure of executives from the black community and share that wealth? Are you going to bring in marketing corporations that are Western based and come up to Canada? I'm here for you, baby. I'm here for you. Are you going to come into the United States and set up shop? Not manufacturing shop, because we know that's silly. But are you going to use marketing companies, grassroots organization, YouTubers from this side of the brown coin, my friend? This is all I'm saying. This is all I'm asking. And I got to go. Right? Like the brother always told me, you're always running out here like you got a clarinet lesson. You're late for a clarinet lesson. I got a JOB. And I got to go do my job. But I had to drop this on you, because we need it. Yes, we do. Cosmosa L. We need it. We need it. And not only we need it, we deserve it. We deserve it. It's ours. Kyrie, they're building their greatness on the back of your black behind. We own that, brother. Even by your sweat and tears, by the aggravation that you went through, by the humiliation that you went through. Didn't God said he will give you double for your confusion? Come on, man. You got to bring it back over here. It might have started in China, but sail that ship all the way down to Georgia. Sail it down to Florida. Sail it to Toronto. Sail it over here. And land that thing in Chicago. Land that thing in Detroit. Land that thing in Washington, D.C., and Maryland, buddy. Let them know, hey, you want me? My people got to come with it. My people are in here too. I got to get that Brereton guy. That Brereton guy was on my side from the very beginning. Call me. Don't call Tyrone. Call me. So, anyway, blessings. Again, teenage mobile counseling. It doesn't make sense. These kids, you can't reach them. Sometimes you need somebody else to talk to them. Teenage mobile counseling. They will step in, come to your home, sit down with that child, mediate. Our team of mediators, of child mediators and family mediators will sit down and have a conversation. We will build back the broken bridge of communication between you and your teenager. Teenage mobile counseling, contact delkbrereton@gmail.com. Hey, I love you guys, though. Blessings to everybody. We'll be in touch at 30 minutes. I give you 30 minutes now in the morning. 30 minutes, and I'm out. Love, peace, and hair grease. Kyrie Irving. Anta Sports needs to be yellow on the outside and brown on the inside, my brother. Listen to me. I'm your brother from the very beginning. God bless you all. We'll talk soon. I'm coming back later. I might come back tonight with a study on the altar. Check me out tonight. God bless you.